a sign and a symbol are different things, you know. A lot of people tend to assume that sign and symbol are the same thing, that a symbol is a particular stand-in for something else. So that if you have a passage in a literary book that has a lot of symbols, they stand in for a concrete state of affairs in the external world. That if you have obviously the symbolic signs of mathematics, where they may stand in for addition, for subtraction, for squared, what have you. If you take Freudian analysis, the signs that you encounter in the contents of your unconscious, as expressed by your dreams or by slips of the tongue or whatever they might be, they tend to be also interpreted reductively in terms of standing in for your shameful drive, for example, desires and things that you don't want your consciousness to be faced with literally. So they are usually hidden behind the signs, and interpreting those signs to allow you to realize what's been really going on is part of the therapeutic cure of Freudian psychoanalysis. But the symbol, which is much more akin to it's a word that you come across much more in Jungian analysis, is actually something different. It's often confused with the signs, but it's something different. A symbol is something that at first sight looks like a sign, but it's not to be interpreted reductively as standing in for something else, for the simple reason that this something else doesn't yet exist. It is to be brought about in the world by the person who sees the symbol. It is, if you like, it is the first expression of something not yet fully understood, right? It's not yet fully understood yet, and it manifests itself through the unconscious, first of all, by means of the metaphorical symbol. So the purpose here is to understand also what the symbol is trying to say, but it's not bringing us back to something that is hampering us. It's actually trying to point to something that we should do, to something that we should bring about. That's the unconscious speaking to us in this sense. And I think INFJs will relate to this because they have, NI dominance in general, particularly close contact with the contents of the unconscious. And they are very susceptible of encountering those symbols. But if they interpret those symbols as simply stand-ins for concrete things that are hiding, they will kind of neglect the possibility that actually the symbol is trying to tell them something that is prospective. It's something about future activity, future decision making. And this is something that Jung always insists on. So if you have to kind of try to, as a mnemonic device, remember the sign stands in for something that already exists. The symbol points to something that doesn't yet exist and is only a symbol. It's not expressed with rational transparency because it hasn't yet reached consciousness. It's a calling from the unconscious. And again, if the theory of types is right, INFJs and INTJs will encounter those symbols very frequently, and the question is what to do with them. Take them as prospective signposts rather than purely reductively as something to be analyzed so that it can be encountered and dealt with. Maybe it doesn't exist yet. At least, if you believe Jung's writings, if you think he's right, that's what symbols mean. Now, if you want to explore a bit more, I do talk about the symbol and the sign in this book, The Infinite Soul, which is my new book on the INFJ, how to lead a productive, meaningful, purposeful life in a world that is often hostile to us. Knowing what to do with the symbol that appears from the unconscious is an element of that, so you can check out the link below. And if you have liked the book or loved it, you already have it, but you haven't reviewed it yet, please consider leaving a review. It really improves the referencing of the book. Okay, thank you so much. There's also the Ecstatic Soul, which is its predecessor, which you might already be familiar with, still available, looks more at the content of INFJ consciousness and its existential manifestations. I also have a Patreon page to keep the channel going, to allow me to continue producing video content. Any support from $3.50 a month is so appreciated, and you can interact with me there. You can access the bonus content. We have a community, newcomers recently. I'm really grateful. Hopefully more will come. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.